So hello everyone, welcome to our Creator Stories sharing session. My name is Carmen and I'm the Strategic Partner Manager from YouTube. In the past, we have heard a lot of demand from our fellow creators and wanting to hear more sharings from different creators and to get inspiration from them. So today we're answering your requests and we're super thrilled to have invited two honorary channels to join us today. And they are Eric and Ian from DoDo Men. Hi guys.
Hello, thanks for having us.
Yep.
Thank you. And Arthur from Cooking Room. Hi, Arthur.
Hi, Carmen.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm sure our audiences are as excited as I am to see you online. So for some of the new buddies that might not have heard about you before, could you quickly introduce yourself and share with us about your channel?
My name is Arthur Chan, and I'm the only owner of my channel in Hong Kong, which is called Cooking Room or唔熟唔食Cooking Room. And I mainly film my process of cooking and gonna share it around for fun only. I started my creator life based on the curiosity of being a YouTube creator. I did not expect anything at the very first beginning.
I'm Ian and this is Eric. We're just two crazy heads that left our jobs from Silicon Valley and now we're just pursuing this crazy passion as content creators. So we run a channel called the DoDo Men that focuses around this principle of stepping outside of your comfort zone because we believe that's where true growth happens. So in a lot of our videos, we try to set an example ourselves. So we approach strangers and have amazing experiences with them, or even shoot a dart on the world map and just go to wherever it lands. So through these stories, we try to encourage our audience to step outside of their comfort zone and have the inspiration to pursue their own dreams.
Is this the first time where both DoDo Men and Cooking Room are in the same video together?
Yes. Yeah.
Pretty sure, yeah.
We're meeting each other.
Yeah.
The honor is all ours.
Yeah.
Super nice to hear. And today, I think it will be a very good opportunity for all of you to interact more as well. Now, today we have prepared a set of questions for you. And you know what? We have actually also walked the extra mile to collect some of the questions from our broader community and other fellow creators on questions they might want to ask you about. And last but not least, I know you all have prepared some questions to ask each other about, which we are very excited to hear. So without further ado, let's jump straight into our questions.
We really love to break the social norms, and our theme is around, stepping outside of our comfort zone, and so that's what we do. So we're always thinking about ideas that could break stereotypes or that could help our audience have a more open-minded mindset. So, for example, we're generally told to stay away from strangers, right, growing up. But in a lot of our videos, we just love to approach strangers, and we ended up having these amazing and really just inspirational experiences with them. And I think these stories kind of just tell our audience that, basic human-to-human interactions is what make us human. And we're all, at the end of the day, we're all part of this same big community. And we're hoping that these stories can help our audience be more open-minded. And I think to expand beyond this local region or to expand to have more audience, one way is to really just make content that's more relatable or have universal values. I think for us, it kind of works well because stepping outside of your comfort zone and being able to outgrow your own potential is what everybody is pursuing. And it's somewhat universal. So I think a lot of people wants to relate to that idea. So I think if you make content that could relate to a lot of people or a lot of people have interest in, you can expand your audience quite easily.
I've got my phone with me. I usually cook things, apart from some different funny ideas. I jot down some dishes that I would like to cook, would like to share. I would like to tell people, how do you make it in an easy way, or how do you make it better at home, like a restaurant? This is what I want to do, but I'm not sure whether I can do it or not. You mean increasing the audience base, right? Yeah.
That is right.
I think at the moment, I'm trying to discover what they want to watch. Okay, if you know what they want to watch, you'd create some videos that relate to their idea. I'll go through the click rates and how do they react to my individual videos. To be honest, I would say some of my videos, they are not very popular. They're not like DoDo Men and no, not anywhere close. However, some of them could be really, I don't know, really high click rate, but which you will not know why. You cannot tell. I basically work on my own statistic. However, there's one thing. Sometimes I'll try to film something really different. For example, which is not cooking video, maybe going out for dinner. I vlog it. I realized that people would like to watch them. They love to see what you're eating. They love to see how the restaurant look like, how do they serve you, what's the menu, and how much are you going to spend on that meal. What I usually do is I'll tell my friends, I tell my parents, I tell everyone that, okay, I'm going to make this video. And if the video is out, I'll tell them, okay, come on, you go watch it. If you like it, share it around. And of course, I will share my video on my personal social platform, like some Facebook, Instagram stuff. Yeah, those things. Okay, so social platforms. So increase the chance of being discoverable.
Yeah, we actually learned this one tip that we got from the Creators Academy, actually, that if you can explain your video in under one sentence, that makes your video probably more shareable, because it makes sure that your story is strong and clear enough that you can easily explain it to someone else. And like people want to share it on Facebook or other platforms, they can just type out one sentence and whoever got shared can easily understand what that video is going to be about. So I think that's a really strong tip. And another tip is what I kind of mentioned earlier, is to just have content that people want to relate to. If you make a story that a lot of people want to voice out, but they can't, they don't have the voice to, but you've voiced out for them. And when they see that story, when they see that video, they're like, oh yeah, I can totally relate to that. And that's what I've been wanting to say to the whole world. They would want to share that, your video as their pipe to the society, right? So I think those are two tips that we can share. I don't know if you have.
Or you can tell your friends to share your videos, and if they don't, then you can't be friends anymore. We do agree that consistency is really important and critical to a channel's success. It's funny we say this because we most of our videos, we actually interact with strangers and we deal with randomness a lot. Right. So it's really hard for us to know what's going to happen through the video. So in that sense, there's no consistency, but that works for us because we have this centralized message we're trying to put out, which is to encourage people to step out of their comfort zone. So people wouldn't know what to expect in the next week or the following weeks, but they do know that it's going to be an exciting video that's going to encourage people to step out of their comfort zone. So even though our videos are consistently unpredictable, they would know that they are tuning in for something exciting, and they would want to be inspired by when we go through journeys that normally people wouldn't have the opportunity to go through.
Okay, I think my channel basically based on cooking ideas. I usually produce videos probably twice or I don't know, at least twice a week. Yeah. What I think is really important is the consistency of how you launch your videos. If you do not follow the regular pattern, people may unsubscribe to your channel because they'll be thinking, oh, this is not going to update anymore, or this is not I want to watch. It's not fun. So I'll force myself, or I would like to fit my videos on a regular timeline basis, like every week. So people will come back in a regular manner.
Yes, yes.
And they want to come back for updates and see what they can learn or what they can, cook. I think the content you're creating, it needs to be interesting, or at least you need to know it's going to be popular for the viewer to watch. Okay. However, I think the quality of your video needs to be really attractive. Yeah, it needs to be a good video, so people will continue to watch or come back to watch a video. Otherwise, it will be very boring for any viewers. And for the post arrangement, I think sharing the video content to all the platforms is always a good idea.
So I guess for a smaller channel who's just starting out, it's important for the channel to look at Google Trends to see like what are people watching nowadays, what are people searching for, and once you know what people are interested in, you could try to align it with the content you're trying to make. Like, how can I meet in the middle so that I'm making something that I love, but also people are searching for. So once you do that, you can work on your keywords so that people can find you more easily. But at the end of the day, it's your content that matters, like what our author said. You can have amazing thumbnail, amazing title to bait people in, but then if your content is not good, people are not gonna stick with you. So, and there's this saying that says content is king. So what's gonna take you the farthest is your content. So you really need to focus on your content, and everything else are just there to support your content, to help you to be searchable and then to be discovered by people. Yeah, and I agree that after you upload the video, like if you have presence in other social platform, you want to like advertise for this video to increase your view as soon as possible.
Thank you both for sharing. I think it's really great to hear from all of you that the possibilities are quite limitless, I would say, on the YouTube platform. So in the meantime, we've also organized a list of questions collected from our audiences, and I know you guys also have some questions to ask each other about. So let's actually hand the stage over to you and fire away some questions.
Arthur, so obviously you are really passionate about cooking. So we're just wondering, have you ever thought of being a full-time chef?
There's a lot of people ask me this kind of question before. Do I want to be a chef? Do I want to open a restaurant? Okay, so I've never wanted to be a full-time chef, or not even a chef, because I run my channel based on my own passion. I cook whatever I want. I've not been trained. I've not been learned anything. So I do feel very comfortable at home cooking in my kitchen, because there's no one that I have to pay responsibility.
Right.
Okay, and I'm not qualified to teach, to be honest. So I film myself. I film my kitchen live, and I use all the footages, edit, make it into video, and share it around. And I think if I were a real chef, I would not do it. And I seriously, I don't have the time to do it. I go back and sleep. I can drink. I'm not going to spend time in the kitchen anymore.
Okay. Second question.
Yeah.
Does it cost a lot making these cooking related videos?
Really depends on what you're cooking or what you're filming. Okay, so sometimes it could be expensive dishes or ordinary homemade dishes. There are different of ingredients for you or for everyone to choose while you want to cook, right? Yeah. Okay, so you go for frozen, you go for fresh. I usually go for fresh ingredients. So, and I usually, as you said, I want to make them look complicated or look nice. Okay, so if you're going to this direction, you're gonna spend a lot on the cost of your ingredients. Okay, and a lot of time, of course. I would say the food cost is really high, or quite high for me. Okay. Apart from that, my equipments, they're also quite expensive, to be honest. Like you need to invest for computers, invest for cameras, upgrade them, lenses. If they break, you're gonna buy them, get them repaired. You're just gonna spend a lot, and it will not end. You're gonna upgrade everything at the end. Maybe a few years later, I'm gonna change my computer, another laptop, new camera, and stuff. So I would say my running cost of my video is actually quite high, and I'm not cooking something really, really ordinary. I'm not gonna be a chef.
But you're not gonna be a chef.
No. I would like to be a poser.
Oh, come on.
At home. So a lot of investment for my equipment and stuff. Yeah, I would say they are really, really. It can cost you a fortune.
So as creators, obviously we have to deal with high and lows all the time because we can have one video with a lot of views, but another video that we're super proud of, but no one's watching it. So have you ever thought of giving up?
I've been through quite a few down times throughout these years since I've started my channel. It will affect your passion and mood, and you may want to give up being a creator on YouTube. And it's really hard to grow the channel at the very, very, very first beginning. Okay, the time you're being spent is not proportional to the click rate, which is a big problem or a basic problem to every creator or new creators. You felt like you're wasting your time. However, I've got a lot of support. I'm lucky enough to gain my audience base. So I really, really want to thank them. They would say something, send me messages and make me happy. And otherwise, I would stop updating my content.
What are some of the changes in your life or your personality after you've became a creator?
I think after being a YouTube creator, a massive issue or massive changes to my own life is the time, my time management. Okay, so I would spend a lot of time filming, editing, and incredibly more hours in the kitchen. Okay, and trying to discover more different recipes, trying to make something special for my audience. Okay, so they will be happy, more people to watch your videos, and it will be less boring because everyone are cooking. They are all cooking the same thing. Yeah.
Are you doing YouTube full time or have
It's my part-time job?
Yeah, so that makes time management even more difficult.
Yes, so I edit my videos when I'm free, and if it's necessary, or maybe just like today, I'm not that busy, I Skype. Yes, from work. Yes.
What does that mean?
So you quit your office, you leave it, and go back home and work.
Ah, okay.
Skype. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So how about you? Are you guys full time? Definitely.
Yes, we're doing YouTube full time.
Yeah. Since the day you started the channel?
No. Yeah, we were working part time for half a year, and then we decided to quit our full time jobs to work on YouTube full time.
So you turned to full time after 6 months.
Yes, and then time management is still an issue.
Of course, because your videos, I would say, they're going to spend you a lot of time to edit it.
Right. Yeah. Even though we're full time, we're not making enough money. Like we can't support ourselves right now. We're burning through our savings month to month.
Come on. You're gonna step out from your comfort zone.
Yeah, I mean, right now we're stepping out of our comfort zone. Yeah, we're not making money. We're
my wallet is stepping outside of its comfort zone. Yeah.
You guys should plug in a video made by DoDo Men, and Arthur should go and watch it because I think you explained about it, right, in one of your videos.
Right.
How?
Let's pick one.
We have a video that specifically tells our audience about why we quit our jobs and why we moved back to Taiwan from the States, and the reason we did it and why we're pursuing what we're doing. Here's video link will be over here.
Over here.
That is a very creator thing to do. Over here.
It's always.
I'm gonna do that later.
It is.
That is great. I think. What about let's switch things around. It's the turn for Arthur to ask whatever questions you want to ask.
So starting from the very first beginning. Okay, before you create any video, right? Yeah. What would you do beforehand when you want to create this video?
So yeah, as we mentioned before, we do a lot of brainstorming, and we wanted to unique and cool contents that audience have not seen before. So we usually don't look at Google Trends because we know what people are watching nowadays, but we don't want to make similar kind of videos. Like if we do, we want to take it to the next level. So we are always looking for interesting ideas, and all of our videos have to satisfy one of the three criteria. So first one is we have to step out of our comfort zone, or we have to force others to step out of their comfort zone. Right. And the second one is we have to interact with strangers or maybe meet new friends. And lastly, we have to challenge ourselves and to promote some kind of personal growth. Yeah, so those are the 3 elements that we are pursuing in all of our videos.
So when you start a channel, new channel, the subscriber number of the sub count might not be optimal. Maybe it's really low. Yeah. Have you ever thought of giving up? How do you overcome it?
The only time we actually thought of giving up is when the pandemic happened. Because we actually started our channel in February 2020. And then a couple months later, the pandemic happened, and then like the virus situation got really bad in the US. So at first, we wanted to spread the message of encouraging people to step out of their comfort zone through traveling. And we wanted to quit our job and travel the world. But that wasn't happening anymore. And a big piece of our puzzle couldn't be completed. So at the time, we were like having a lot of discussions. We had a lot of doubts on whether we wanted to do YouTube full time. But we still did it anyway because we were really passionate about the content we were making. And I think we were doing it for the right reason. We are not doing it for the fame, not doing it for the money. So as like we had really little expectation. And when we quit our job, we actually had less than 1K subscribers. Right. So because we were really passionate about what we were making, and people gave us a lot of feedback on how they were inspired by us. And that was what was pushing us to continue and to continue this journey, even though we are not making money and we were really stepping out of our comfort zone. So to some of the small creators out there, you really have to ask yourself, why are you working on this channel? And are you doing it for the right reason? Because if you are passionate enough, you're gonna consistently look at like your own content and see ways to improve your own content. And eventually people are gonna discover your channel. So just focus on your content, and as long as you like it, don't worry too much.
So you have many videos or topic themes that are based on your fans' video or vote, okay? Right? So could you share any, or how do you come up with these ideas? And which instance is the most unforgettable?
We actually really enjoy interacting with our fans, and we really believe in the power of the community. So one of our biggest missions from this channel or from this journey is to build a community that can help people inspire one another, and not just the DoDo Men, Eric and Ian, but an actual community that can inspire each other to do more great things. So I think for us, it's only natural to be inclusive of our fans and make sure that their voices are heard. We want to make sure that their feedback, they know what they're saying actually affects our content. And this, not only do they appreciate this kind of interaction, I think, but also they feel they're part of the family. You know, it really builds a stronger bond between the creator and the audience. And, you know, I think our fans are really creative in many ways as well. Like I remember like one of the episodes we did was we rented ourselves out for a day to our fans, and we called it DoDo Men for Rent. And we got like 70 to 80 applicants that wanted to rent us for a day. And you can't, like, there's so many crazy ideas and fun ideas too on what they wanted us to do and what they wanted us to film. It was really difficult to just pick one idea out of the bunch, but we ended up picking like this pair of fans, and they brought us to a nursing home, and we did an amazing story around nursing homes and this elderly community. So I think it's really one way to not just create amazing content from fans' ideas, but also interact and just build this relationship directly with our fans. And I think it's just part of our message of building this community together. So I think it's really fun to have that kind of element in our channel.
So another question, do you have any suggestions for people who start to become YouTube creators and have unstable income?
Right. I think to become YouTube creators these days, it's really simple, right? All you need is a camera and a good idea. And a lot of young people want to become YouTube creators. And I think it's great. And anybody that wants to become one should go out there, put out content, and try it out. But I would advise that you don't do it full time, because typically when you start out, like when we started out, we got zero money, right? So make sure you can still put food on the table, and you do it on the side, because one, it actually tests like how much passion do you actually have for this content or this channel you're creating, because it may seem really glamorous and all nice from the outside, but once you start doing it, you might not like it, right? So don't go all in at once. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Try it out, create a few videos and test the water and see how you're feeling and how much passion you still have. Once you pick up some speed, you know what the audience want, you know what your position is for your channel. And sooner or later, when you get more audience base, you can start, at one point you can be full-time. But when you start out, I would suggest that you do it on the side as a passion project or as a hobby, because it can be harder than you think. And I just want to make sure that people that are trying it out for the first time, they're not going all in at once, because I want to make sure you have food on the table.
Yeah.
As a priority.
Yep.
So as we're wrapping up, I would say, any last thoughts and advices for the creators that are getting started, like one message that they can bring out from this video?
Okay, so this year, YouTube team is actually hosting a lot of training sessions in market to help creators get started, as well as optimize their own channel, including Go with Google courses and YouTube Creators Academy sessions.
Yeah, I think it's not just a great opportunity for the creators to understand some basic guidelines and principles, but also an opportunity for them to get some hearings from other creators and also connect directly with some creators as well.
I think apart from online events, creators can also try to use more of the YouTube's official online resources, including the YT channel or the Creator Insider, right? Now, the YouTube Help Center, where there's a community tab filled with community-based questions like other creators would discuss. A lot of the answer you might want to know, they're on the portal.
That is great. Thank you, Eric, Ian, and Arthur, so much for helping us spread the word. We also want to let all the creators outside to know that we're actually standing with them, hoping to help grow their channels all together. I think this video is also a very good demonstration that, like the community of all the creators, creators are very willing to share, and this community, hopefully it's growing bigger, and we can help each other out. So thank you so much for sharing with us today. I really look forward to seeing more, up and rising or new rising creators to either join our events, sessions, or make better use of our online resources. Stay tuned to the official messages that YouTube team would actually send out for more exciting events to come. And once again, really appreciated Eric, Ian, and Arthur's time today to do this sharing with us. I'm sure all of us learned very, very valuable information from you all. So hope to see you both very soon, either online or offline.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Take care.
Yeah.
Thank you. Take care.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.